That's the one that pains me the most. I want to tell you to not think out of the box. Stay in that box because there is a lot of money in that box. You have not even finished it yet. Do what works for you. The journey into wealth is a personal pathway and you must find yours. How do you fight a giant without wearing those armor, the breastplate and the rest? David was allowed to use the strategies that works for him. What is that? A sling and a stone. You won't make money by doing everything and copying everyone. I'm telling you this for free. Everything you need is in the box of who you are. Yes, in the box of who you are, not outside the box. There is wealth in that your laziness. Yes, I said it. In that your talkativeness. There is people are making money by their talkativeness. There is wealth there. Hi friends, I'm here again to teach you how to build wealth being you and doing you. And once again, I welcome you in a special way to today's episode. As you might know, I've always said I am an advocate of building wealth by being you and doing you. And I believe that conventional advice, those financial advice, won't make you rich. You know those generic advice people will give you, it will make you rich. Every rich man you ask the secret of his wealth, you know what they will tell you? Work hard. But a lot of people are truly working hard. Why are they not becoming rich? Why are they not getting wealthy? Another thing you would hear is think out of the box. That's the one that pains me the most. I want to tell you to not think out of the box. Stay in that box because there is a lot of money in that box. You have not even finished it yet. Over the years, I have realized that everyone has a unique path to their own wealth journey. Just the way a fish does well in the water and a monkey does well climbing a tree and the bird does well flying, there is a strength zone where making wealth will feel ease and where less effort will yield big results. What am I saying? Do what works for you. The journey into wealth is a personal pathway and you must find yours. Let me tell you this thing. Let's see it this way. Growing up, I thought it was only Samson that killed a lion in the Bible. Later, I found out that David also killed a lion too. Not just a lion, a bear too. And when it was time for him to face Goliath, he was offered a kingly armory. He rejected it and had to stick to what works for him instead of wearing the whole arsenal. By all indications, the whole of this arsenal is a full war regalia. How do you fight a giant without wearing those armor, the breastplate and the rest? Just like going to a boardroom to discuss strategy in the United Nations office on how to end hunger, and you do not quote micro and macroeconomics, you do not quote the GDP and food production index. Like Joseph in the boardroom of Pharaoh, you will just tell them to apply the principles of saving. Just that simple. It doesn't make sense, but that is his strength zone. That is what will work for them. That is what strategy they can execute perfectly. Pharaoh hired him to execute it. David was allowed to use the strategies that worked for him. What is that? A sling and a stone. What was the result? They got the job done and accessed their wealthy life. You won't make money by doing everything and copying everyone. I'm telling you this for free. Find what works for you and lock in. If you need help to discover the money personality that works for you, I'll put a link in the description or comment section or head on to favemeli.com/moneyquiz. But then, let me explain this further. Talking about Joseph in the Bible, there is a personality needed to secure a nation. Joseph understood his personality and gave a solution that aligns with who he is. What was the result? He was called to execute it and he did that perfectly fine with his. Why? It was already who he was. Remember, Joseph has been an administrative money saver. He didn't multiply his father's sheep. He more like was saving things and giving his father reports. He didn't invest money in Potiphar's house. He administered a saving culture that kept things in order. In the prison too, he managed and saved the resources. He didn't multiply any of the resources. And when he appeared before the king, he proposed savings, something in his strength zone. He didn't try to think out of the box like everything or everyone you know. Everything you need is in the box of who you are. Yes, in the box of who you are, not outside the box. Many of us would have wanted to impress the king to start quoting micro and macro economies of wealth multiplication. He simply sold who he already was to the king, his strength zone. He didn't need to think out of the box to be wealthy. You need to think in alignment with the box. You need to align with who you already are. There is wealth in you. There is wealth in that your laziness. Yes, I said it. In that your talkativeness. There is people are making money by their talkativeness. There is wealth there. In that your spending habits. Yes, because you can turn that habitual flow of spending into a revenue flow. I already did a video on how you can turn your spending into revenue, and I have created a video on that. The link will be in the description of this video. All right, so go look for it and see how you can build wealth being who you are and doing you.